Hey friends, it's Friday. We made it. It's been a busy week, I guess. Yeah, no, it's been busy. Theodore started soccer this week, so it's just been a lot of like drop off, pick up, that sort of a thing. I think yesterday I literally drove around for over 2 hours shuttling kids around. Not just my own. Violet had some friends over and needed to go to Walgreens, and then I had to get Theodore from soccer, but he had to do a concussion test, so he needed to use my phone for a while, and I had Otis, and so we went and picked up pizza, and we were just all over the place, and Otis was just cracking me up. Theodore naturally, he wanted to hang out a while because there was a scrimmage going on with the high schoolers. He was playing with his friends, and they were across the field. And so Otis and I trek over there, and Otis just like runs out into the middle of him playing with his friends and is like, "Brother, look it, I'm flying!" And oh my gosh, it was so funny. And they like were like running towards them, and Theodore just like came in and like swooped him and was like, "Otis, get out of the way." Anyways, that was very funny. I was very, very tired by the end of yesterday. Just Ben was golfing, and so it was just a lot of kids and navigating, but it was a good night though. And I did Theodore's occupational therapist evaluation intake on Tuesday. I think went okay. I wasn't like necessarily super impressed with the therapist per se. I don't know. We're obviously still, I'm going into this blind too, so it's just a new experience for me. But they never called me to schedule more appointments, and so I was gonna follow up on that today, but I forgot, so I guess I'll call on Monday. And then I know I had been talking about this a little bit, did a new physical therapy. It's like a different type. It's called postural restoration. I will need to do a separate video on that just to kind of talk about it and share, I think, with maybe some other people that could like benefit it, especially if you're hypermobile. But the best part was obviously that my friend Kara drove me to the appointment because it's in Mendota Heights. So we had a great afternoon together, and it was just really nice. And what else? Monday I had a nice little meltdown. So that happens sometimes. And I just got just really frustrated with my body. Because even sometimes when you wake up and you're like, "Let's slay the day," your body's like, "No." So anyways, the morning started out good, and then I had to I wanted to go to the office, and I couldn't. My stomach hurt really bad, and I made the decision at the last minute after dropping off the boys. It just didn't make sense to go in because I wasn't feeling well, and anyways, it was dumb. So obviously, I got through that, and just had a good little emotional sesh. Ben was around to pick me up, just kind of listened, made me feel better. So I think there was multiple things at play, obviously, besides just me being annoyed with my body. And I had another telehealth appointment with a different surgeon on Tuesday, and I just didn't know how it was gonna go. Obviously, it's just been a bit of a rough journey with the vascular compression stuff from the beginning. So The appointment did go. It did go well. It was just it was weird because the appointment went well. That's why it was weird. And I honestly afterwards didn't really even know how to feel. I was like, I don't know. So there's just more processing I need to do on that, and I don't know, there's a couple more things I need to do, and then I might actually have kind of some like hard decisions to make about the situation. And I think it was hard, the appointment, just because I was told there was maybe only like one treatment option that was probably going to work best for me, and the surgeon felt that maybe I had more options, possibly, potentially. So that's just like a reframing my thoughts a little bit, just because I thought some of it was off the table. So there's just more discussions and conversations I need to have on that. But yeah, so we'll see where that goes. I'm sorry, I'm very vague. I gave you literally no information. I don't know. I'm not ready to share yet about it, I guess. But yeah, that was pretty much my week for the most part. It's kind of bittersweet since next week's the last week before my kids start school, which I'm definitely excited for them to go back to school, but the summer's been different than any other summer, obviously, for a variety of reasons. One, me being home most of the time, which, is hard at times, but also just really nice. Like, I just got to be around Theodore and Violet a lot, and it's actually been really fun to see them kind of bond again. It's just been a lot going on with renovations, and they were sharing a room and small space for a really long time, in the dining room. And now they have their rooms, and Otis is at daycare during the day, so it's been cool to kind of see them become friends again. So anyways, that's all for my Friday. Talk to you later. Bye.